are 6 big mistakes I made as a new real estate agent. I'm sharing all the details in this video. Watch till the very end so you can avoid all 6 of these mistakes. Let's jump into it. So first, I'm sure you've heard this, but do you know that you need to set aside 25 to 30% of that commission check for taxes? My first year, I made over 6 figures and I did not set aside money from each of the commission checks. So I was slapped with a big bill from the IRS with double digits, with 5 digits, and I almost had a heart attack because I was not prepared for that. So after each commission check, make sure you're setting aside the 25 to 30% for taxes at the end of the year. The next mistake I made was consistency. So you need to know that in the marketing game in real estate, it's all about the long game and it's all about consistency. Whatever marketing plan you have, whatever social media platform you are on, just make sure that you are staying consistent on there, you're posting consistently, and just remind yourself that this is a long haul game. You're not going to get results right away. It's consistency. You're building the trust with your clients, with your future clients. So just make sure that you don't give up right away. You're gonna get those calls from angry people who don't want any more of your flyers, who don't want to see your face anymore printed on any type of marketing materials, but guess what? It's okay. You don't know them, they don't really know you, you probably won't see them, so don't worry about it and keep on the game. Keep being consistent. Which brings me to the third one. You need to have a marketing plan and budget. This is something I do with my new agents. I sit down with them and I go over their marketing plan and the budget for their marketing plan. You need to take into consideration your personality. What do you see yourself doing long term? If you like cold calling, then maybe that's something that you can start doing and be consistent with. I tried it all in the beginning except cold calling. That's something that I never did. I just did not want to try that, but I did do the door knocking. I didn't have money in the beginning, so I would just print at my office printer. I would just drop those off at people's homes. I would sometimes door knock, sometimes not door knock, depending on what I was feeling and depending on what my day make. Now, I actually did not make this mistake, but it is do not be a snob in your office. I knew some newer agents that were totally cold to people. You're working with these other agents. You're going to be working with them on deals. You might have questions for them. You might want to shadow them if you're a newer agent. You just never know when you're going to work with them or when they're going to help you out. My personality is more bubbly and friendly, so I went in with that approach and I made friends with agents who were very experienced. I asked to shadow them. I asked if I could host any of their open houses. I asked them questions and I was just engaging with them, and thankfully they were very helpful, very kind to me, and I still am in contact with a lot of those agents today. The 5th mistake I made was a personal budget. I did not have a personal budget for myself. You have to remember that when you become a real estate agent, this is your business. So not only do you need money to survive, so your personal expenses, but you need money to put into your business to grow it as well. Again, you need to consistently be marketing yourself. There are things that you might want to sponsor, like community events. I did a lot of community events in the community that I was trying to build trust in. So that all requires money. If you want to up your game in marketing, have somebody design your flyers, have mailers go out so you don't have to physically door knock or physically go and drop the flyers off at the houses. And when you get that first commission check, don't be that person and go out and blow it all on some fancy purse, some designer, I don't know, outfit, a new car. Also a mistake I made, I traded in my Honda Civic that was almost paid off for an Audi lease, which I would not recommend that at all, guys. Curious what you drive. The 6th and the last mistake that I made that I don't want you to make is renters, tenants. Agents don't really want to work with tenants and renters for 2 reasons. One, it's not a guaranteed paycheck because sometimes the owners are not going to be paying agents to bring in a tenant as they would if they were selling their house. That's the first reason. The second reason is the commission is much lower than representing a buyer or a seller. So some agents, they just don't have the time to devote to renters and tenants, which means if you are a new agent, this could be a gold mine. First of all, because you're not having to compete with a lot of agents. And second, you're going to get experience in showing homes, searching on the MLS, transaction processes, paperwork, submitting the transaction, closing, following up, all these different steps in the process that you would have to do with a buyer or seller. So it is great experience. And not only that, these renters will eventually turn into home buyers who will eventually turn into sellers and home buyers again. And they also have a sphere or a community that they could be referring to you. So these are the 6 mistakes I made that I do not want you to make. I'm sure there are many more. So let me know in the comments what you think of this. If you have any other questions regarding new agent for my new agent series, we're going to be wrapping it up in a few more episodes. So let me know in the comments below.